when the sea takes it back. Finding peace in impermanence. There is a strange, haunting beauty in watching something you created slowly disappear. A sandcastle on the shore, a drawing in the wet sand, footprints that the tide quietly erases. For a moment, you stand there watching the water come closer, and something inside you whispers, "Everything we build eventually returns to the sea." The shoreline. Imagine a quiet beach at sunset. The sky is fading into soft shades of gold and blue. The air smells faintly of salt. Near the waterline, someone has built a small sand castle. Not a masterpiece, just a simple creation made with bare hands. A tower, a small wall, a fragile little world. The tide is slowly coming in. At first, the water only touches the edge, then it pulls away. Then it returns again, closer and closer. The instinct to hold on. Most of us would react the same way. We would rush forward. We would try to protect the castle. Maybe we can build a small barrier. Maybe we dig a trench. We try to save it, because something deep inside us does not like watching our efforts disappear. But the sea does not argue. The sea does not hurry. It simply keeps coming, wave by wave, patient, certain. The moment of stillness. And then something unusual happens. Instead of fighting the tide, you stop. You sit down on the sand. Your hands are still covered with grains of the castle you built. You watch the water move. You listen to the rhythm of the waves. The castle is still there, but you already know what will happen. And strangely, there is peace in that knowing. The beauty of impermanence. There is a quiet beauty in watching things dissolve. Because in that moment, you see something most people try to avoid: impermanence. Every wave reshapes the shore. Every tide redraws the coastline. Nothing stays. Not the sandcastle, not the footprints, not even the person who built them. And yet, the sea is not destroying the shore. It is simply continuing the story. Life beyond the beach. Life is not very different. We build things, careers, businesses, relationships, dreams. We spend years shaping them, carefully, patiently, proud of what we have created. And then life moves, like the tide, sometimes gently, sometimes suddenly, and things change. Projects end, people leave, plans dissolve. And in those moments, we feel the same instinct: to run forward, to hold on, to protect the sandcastle, a different way. But what if we did something different? What if, just once, we sat down beside the shoreline, not with defeat, not with bitterness, but with curiosity, watching, breathing, allowing the waves to arrive. Because when you stop fighting impermanence, something interesting happens. You begin to see that nothing was truly wasted. The castle was never meant to last forever. It was meant to be built. The true gift, the real gift, was never the castle. It was the moment. The feeling of cool sand under your fingers. The quiet focus as you shaped the tower. The laughter when the wall collapsed. The golden light of the evening. The sound of the ocean breathing. The castle's disappearance does not erase the moment. If anything, it makes it more precious. Scene 8. The shore returns to silence. Eventually, the tide reaches the castle. The first wave softens the wall. The next wave leans into the tower. And finally, the whole structure melts back into the sand. Nothing dramatic, no grand collapse, just water and time, returning everything to the shore. And you sit there, watching, calm. Final reflection. The shoreline is empty again, but somehow it does not feel like a loss, because the sea did not take anything away. It simply reminded us of a quiet truth. We were never here to make things last forever. We were here to build them, to love them, and sometimes to sit peacefully as the tide carries them home. Closing line. So tonight, if something in your life feels like it's slipping away, maybe don't fight the tide just yet. Sit for a moment, listen to the waves, and remember, sometimes the deepest tranquility appears in the exact moment everything we built washes away.